Hey YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to go into the one tool review Showdown. It's been a while, so if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and check out any of the previous one tool review videos that we've done. There are 8 of them. Right now we're doing screwdrivers, so I have 8 reviews on 8 different screwdrivers. Watching those will kind of give you a better idea of what this one tool review series is about. And then now we're getting into the Showdown, which we bring all 8 of the screwdrivers together, and I've graded each one in 5 different categories and given them an overall score as well. So we're going to place them from worst to best. Now keep in mind, this is all subjective. My least favorite of these may be your favorite. So it's all based on my opinion. And none of these screwdrivers are bad. We're dealing with some very high-end tools here, all very good quality. I've just had to place them in an order that I like from least to best. So that's what we're dealing with. I really hope you guys enjoy. Keep in mind that all of these tools will be linked down in the description for you guys underneath the tools and tools continued link. You will also find many other tools that I suggest there. Also keep in mind that we have merchandise available. If you would like to support the channel, you can go ahead and do that. That is down in the description. Other than that, this video isn't going to go into specs or pricing or features, not real in-depth, because we have 8 to go over. All of the videos we had done prior to this video is what that was for. Now we're simply just grading them and putting them in order so you guys can get an idea of my thoughts on them, and hopefully it will help you guys decide which screwdriver you guys like best if you're interested in any of these. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts, as well as which one's your favorite or which ones do you own. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let's go ahead and get right into this. So we're finally into the Showdown. Here we have the 8 screwdrivers that I've done an individual one tool review video on. And here we're just going to stick to grading the screwdrivers and placing them from last to first. And I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. We have a lot to go over though. So I'm just going to be specifically going over the 5 categories that I graded each one of these screwdrivers in, and then giving it its overall score. If you guys want more information on these screwdrivers, please feel free to watch the videos I have created for each one of these. So we'll be grading them on blade design, on their handle design, on features available, whether you can get the screwdriver with a hex bolster, a special tip, a striking cap, things like that. And then variations available, whether you can get this in Torx, nut driver, insulated, things like that. And then the overall price will be the last category. So all 5 categories, then we'll give it a total score. Each one of those will be graded out of 10 points. I'll give you the total score, and then I'll rank them out of 10 points. So you'll see the overall ranking and everything for each screwdriver up in the top. So let's go ahead and bring up the screwdriver that placed last. But also keep in mind, all of these screwdrivers are great. All right, so the screwdriver that placed last in the Showdown is going to be the Southwire Made in the USA screwdriver. Now, don't get me wrong, I have really enjoyed Southwire USA made tools. I've had their wire strippers and some other tools for quite a few years, and I was really glad to see them bring us this. I know a lot of people have used their old screwdriver design, and they've had these out for a couple years now that I'm aware of, and just thought this was a really good addition to their lineup. For me, keep in mind, all of these rankings are really personal preference or subjective, besides like the variations in features and variations available in sets. As far as the handle design, blade design, and things like that, that's all personal preference as well as pricing too. So as far as the blade, you don't have anything special. It's just your chrome blade. Chrome does hold up really well, but as soon as it does start chipping or cracking, you can run into fitment issues. It's non-magnetic. Not that you can't make it magnetic, but those are a couple things to be aware of. So as far as blade design, it got ranked a 6.5 out of 10. The handle design, I ranked it at a 7.5 out of 10. This is by far the largest handle out of all the screwdrivers, and maybe if you have bare paws, this is probably a fantastic screwdriver for you. So while this is comfortable, it does have some weird edges that I can feel in my hand, and overall it's just quite large for a handle on a screwdriver. So, and then when rotating it for speed, it's not completely round, so it feels really awkward to me. So that's my personal preference. For features available, I rank this a 6 out of 10 because you can't get any other features. This is what you get. You either get their USA made design or you get the old China design. So that's really it. As far as variations available, I put 5.5, so 5.5, because once again, there are no other variations. So not horrible. I'm glad they have it. If you wanted different variations, once again, you'd have to go with a different design. The price overall, though, I did rank a 9.5 because these are extremely affordable. I want to say I paid somewhere around $5 to $7 for this screwdriver, so priced very well, especially for a product made in the USA. That gives it an overall score out of the 5 categories. It gives it a 35 out of 50. This is a 7 out of 10 as far as the ranking here. Next up, in 7th place, is the Vessel Ball Grip. And while I absolutely love this handle design, and it's made in Japan and the quality, it is a fantastic screwdriver, but I think this would have placed a lot better if I wouldn't have bought the multi-bit one, because due to the fact of issue with the slotted screwdriver not fitting in there the best. That's kind of an annoying feature, but overall I love the design, but I think the solid non-multi-bit design is going to be the best way to go. I'm not a big multi-bit person, so I probably shouldn't have selected this one for the competition, but it is what it is. It's still a good screwdriver. So as far as scoring, it got the same in blade design, is a 6.5, because you do have a lot of different offerings and they are magnetic, but that design here and the fitment in here really ruined it for me. So that's why it ranked low as far as the blade design. The handle design, I gave it a 7.5 because while I absolutely love this handle design, it is extremely light. The only weight is the 1-inch metal sleeve up here in which the bit slides into. And once again, like I said before, I think if this was a full tang or the non-multi-bit version, I would really enjoy this set. So that's why I got a 7.5. As far as features available, it got an 8. Variations available, it got an 8 because it does have quite a bit available for it. If you're not just, they have multiple different types of multi-bit ones. They have ratcheting multi-bit ones. They have ratcheting tang through one. They have a lot of different variations available for this Japan-made screwdriver. Really nice there. As far as pricing, it's priced pretty dang well as well. So I ranked this one for pricing at 7.5, just depending on which one you're looking at. You get a 37.5 out of 50. So the ranking is a 7.5, which places it in 7th. Next up is the Philo 2-component made in Germany in 6th place. So as far as blade design, this is the one that I messed up and purchased the 12-inch blade instead of the 4-inch blade. But the length of the blade did not play into the scoring factor, because you do have a nice blade here, a nice fitment. You do have a nice black oxide style tip, so there's no chipping or anything like that, and haven't had any issues with that. So the blade design got an 8 out of 10. The handle design, while being very comfortable, it is quite compact. It is one of the smallest handles out of the competition. The pass-through is, I don't know if I would trust it too much for applying torque to. This is one that I would probably just use for a hanging hole, but I do like the shape of the handle and the flat back. So overall, the handle design gets a 7.5. The features available is a 7 because they do have a few different variations, but not a whole lot. So it's slightly above what the Southwire offers, which is none, but not quite as many as the ball grip that we just looked at from Vessel. Then as far as variations available, it gets a 7.5 because they do have a few different types of the 2-component. Then you have the ergo grip as well as a couple others. So a decent lineup. And pricing, they're actually priced really well. So I gave that one an 8 out of 10. That places it a 38 out of 50 overall. And the ranking is a 7.6 out of 10. So moving on to 5th place, we are looking at the Philo wood grip. Same lineup, same company. This is just the wood handle design, and I believe this one comes with a few more features that I really enjoyed. Not just the handle design, but all of the different variations or different features that you have with this screwdriver. So as far as blade design, it got an 8 out of 10. You do have a black oxide style tip here, chrome blade with a hex bolster. You do have a striking cap and it's wrapped in leather. And then you do have a sealed handle. So overall, the blade and handle design is very comfortable, just slightly larger than the Philo 2 component. And I don't know, I really like the feel of that wood handle. I like the fact that you get a striking cap and it's wrapped in leather to prevent splintering of the wood. The hex bolster is a beautiful touch. And overall, they did a really good job on this screwdriver. So blade, once again, 8. Handle design, 8. Features available, 7. Variations available, 7.5. And pricing is a 8.5 out of 10 because it is priced a little bit better than the Philo 2, at least at the time of purchasing these screwdrivers. Overall score of 39 out of 50, which ranks it at a 7.8 out of 10. Fourth up is the PB Swiss, and I've really grown to really enjoy this screwdriver. This is the PB Swiss Heavy Duty Phillips. They do have the standard handle like this, but I figured I'd buy this one so we can see some of the other features because, well, it was priced really well. The standard Phillips number 2 was like something like $7, and this one was just around $20, so a little bit more, but still in the same price range as most of these others. So this PB Swiss Heavy Duty, the blade was ranked an 8. I really like this blade, the quality of it, the fitment of it, the black oxide tip. The handle, once again, also got an 8. It's a very comfortable rubber style handle. It has a plastic cap on the back and a striking cap, so really good for speed and torque, as well as being able to use that hex bolster. So both the handle and the blade get an 8, while the features are an 8.5 because they do have quite a bit of different features available for these PB Swiss screwdrivers. And then variations available, it also got an 8 because they do have quite the lineup of different screwdrivers available in different handle designs and different features. So definitely one to consider. All of these screwdrivers are fantastic, but when you get to number 4 and up, these are ones that I would purchase without a second guess. The price for this, I ranked an 8 out of 10. So the overall score out of 50 is going to be a 40.5. Ranking is going to be an 8.1 out of 10. I think in the next video, I will specifically just do the out of 10 instead of 50 and 10. It's going to make it less confusing, but hopefully you guys are understanding, or at least you guys can see last place to first place. In third place, first one up on the podium, is going to be the Vessel Megadora. So this I've heard a lot of people talk about, and I was super excited to get this screwdriver, and I must say this is one of my favorite screwdrivers of all time. I would not second guess buying an entire set of these and knowing that they're going to last and hold up very well. This is the more advanced Megadora. It has the hex, it's got the striking cap. You can also get them with the classic non-striking cap, non-hex bolster, things like that. So the blade is a polished blade with the painted tip, but they have designed it in order to still fit the fastener even when the paint chips away. And then this does have the jaws fit feature, which includes some teeth built up into the tip of the Phillips head, which is an absolutely amazing feature. So the Megadora gets an 8.5 on the blade. It gets an 8 on the handle, this 6-sided handle, which is a dual material as well. And then it gets a 9 for variations available or features available, because you do have quite a wide variety of different features available depending on if you get the Phillips with the jaws fit, the hex bolster, the striking cap, or any of the other features available. Variations, you have an 8 because it does have quite a good lineup. And they have color-coded different ones, like the standard classic design without the hex bolster and striking cap are going to be a blue handle, and they have a couple other colors as well, identifying them from other designs. So, and then overall the pricing, I also have an 8 out of 10 because all of these screwdrivers, for what they are priced extremely well. That gives it an overall score out of 10, gives it an 8.3. So now we are looking into the final 2 screwdrivers, and I must say this number 2 place is actually my personal favorite. So I know I'm the one that scored these, and you're asking if this one's my personal favorite, why would it be in second? Well, we'll get to that in just a second. So with the vessel wood compo. I place the blade at an 8 out of 10. It is a very nice blade. While it doesn't have any special features, it is a very, very good fitment, a very clean blade. And then the handle, I ranked a 9.5 out of 10. I absolutely love this handle design, not just the shape of it, but the material, the feel. It is a wood composite and resin mix to give you a grit style of handle. You also have a striking cap. I absolutely love the feel of this screwdriver, the quality of this screwdriver. So definitely one. I may actually just go ahead and pick up a whole set of these. I really don't know what I'm going to do with all these Phillips head number 2s. Other than that, features available, I gave it a 7.5 because, well, really they only have a couple different features. You have this full tang version, and then you have the one with the white plastic, which I believe is a non-full tang version. And then as far as variations available, I gave it an 8 because they really have this, the white plastic set, and then you have like a nut driver and a hex set. So not a whole lot of a lineup as far as the wood compo design. So the reason this one didn't place first is because the lack thereof some of the features like the hex bolster, maybe a tip feature, and then there isn't a huge lineup. There's maybe 4 or 5 sets where some of these have 8 to 10 different variations. So that's where it fell off. But as far as quality, feel, and all of that, this is by far my favorite screwdriver. This one got an overall score of 8.4 out of 10. And then last up, obviously you're looking at the lineup, you know which one's missing. This is the Vera craft form. This one, I gave the blade design an overall 9, while this one is a brushed finish. You do have the laser tip, which is phenomenal at grabbing fasteners. Hopefully that'll focus. You can see the laser etched lines in there. The fitment and grab on these tips to a fastener is phenomenal. You can get this with many different features, so you can go with the hex bolster and the striking cap and all of that as well, but I do love this tip. So I gave the blade a 9 out of 10. The handle a 9 out of 10. This 6-sided handle is very comfortable. It is molded to your hand. It is made exactly for your hand. But once again, keep in mind these are all personal preference. Some people like these handle designs, some people do not. Some people prefer a wood handle, some people prefer a 2-component or dual component handle. But I do like that the green is a rubberized portion where the black is the plastic. It also spins in the hand very easily with this back rounded portion, and you can still get a lot of torque with it. Features available 9. Variations available 9, once again, because they have a huge lineup of different designs and variations available for the Vera lineup. And then the pricing is also a 9 because, well, they're priced very well, especially when you get into buying sets of any of these screwdrivers. The pricing is very friendly. I think any of these sets can be found in between $40 and $100, so really you can't complain there. And then as far as the overall ranking, obviously each of the 5 categories this got a 9 out of, so this one scored 9 out of 10. So that is it as far as the first one tool review showdown, where we did way too many tools, and hopefully I can edit this video down to a decent time frame. So overall, a great lineup of screwdrivers. I will have all of these tools linked down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested in any of them. You can get them individually or in sets. I don't think you can go wrong. Once again, personal preference depending on what kind of handle design you like and what kind of features you're looking for. So if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts. If you guys own any of these sets or you're thinking about purchasing any of these sets, if you guys have any more questions on any of these, make sure to check out the individual video. And I'll see you guys next time.